I know what I'm going to say is going to be controversial for those to hear, and if you disagree with me on it, that is fine. I am okay with you disagreeing with me. You should be entitled to your opinions, but I like Mario Kart World. I enjoy this game. I'm aware of the various issues that this game suffers from, and don't you worry, this game definitely does have various issues. At first, I did not know how I wanted to structure this video. This is definitely a review of Mario Kart World, but not in the way that you would think. I want to go into the pros and cons of this game and what it does right and what it fails at. I'm glad I finally have the time to make this video. There have been so many things getting in my way. If it's from school or anything else, finally, I have the time to sit down and talk about this game. So I hope you join me as I talk about the pros and cons of Mario Kart World. Getting into the pros of Mario Kart World, well, what does this game do well? The gameplay. I think the gameplay is pretty solid. It controls exactly like Mario Kart 8, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it, am I right? However, the game does add some new things here and there. Like, for example, there's now 24 racers, which does make the racing a lot more hectic than it already was in past games. And one of my favorite things that they've added to this game, the parkour system. I would love to know what crack Nintendo was smoking, cause I kinda want some of it. This is one of the best ideas that I've seen in a Mario Kart game. I'm not the greatest at it, I kinda suck, but when you get really good at the game, it feels great. I also would like to compliment some of the tracks in the game. My personal favorites would have to be Boo Cinema, Dino Dino Jungle, Great Question Block Ruins, and DK Spaceport. In my honest opinion, I find these to be some pretty well-designed tracks, and that's where all my positives come to an end. There are a few other things I could say. I think the game looks pretty nice. I also like the OST that it has, but that's it. There's not much more I could say. Now I have to get into the bad of Mario Kart World. The intermission tracks are something that I am extremely mixed on. I actually kinda don't mind them being a part of the Grand Prix stuff, but at the same time, it also sorta ruins it. These type of tracks are well utilized in the Knockout Tour mode, and let me just say, I really like that mode. I find it to be fun. What confuses me about this is why wouldn't you relegate these type of tracks to Knockout Tour? They don't really need to be a part of the Grand Prix, and I don't even think they're that bad to begin with. They just don't really have a lot going on, unfortunately. You just sort of drive in a straight line and then, oh, here's the next track, you only get to race on it one time. Weird, Nintendo. That is weird. When it comes to other issues that World suffers from as a game, it has to be the lack of fleshing out new mechanics. I completely forgot that there was a rewind feature, and looking back at it, it is completely useless and doesn't even need to be a part of the game. I could see the potential in it, and yet Nintendo doesn't. It's almost like they didn't think about fleshing it out or something. Or what about this? I can take over an entire semi-truck, and as I play the game, this is something that never showed up as I was racing. It's just strange. Nintendo, do you not see the potential here? There are so many things you can do here. Whatever, here's lackluster battle mode. Let's talk about that, actually. If you were to ask me, what are some of the biggest disappointments in this game, I would definitely say this, and free roam to some extent. So, what does battle mode have to offer? Well, you get balloon battle and coin runners, and that is basically it. And also, the maps are not original. There are literally no new maps. I did have a little bit of fun playing it, but then I stopped playing it because there's nothing to it. After a while, it starts to get stale, so what's even the point of engaging with a mode that has nothing else to offer when you're done with it? It's also somewhat poorly designed too. You can't change the clock. It's stuck at 3 minutes and you're gonna like it. It was just a complete afterthought. I really liked the battle mode in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and now it's just nothing. What about free roam? Is that any better? A little bit, but at the same time, it has the same problem just like the battle mode. The novelty just wears off after a while. I will admit, it is cool getting to see all of these tracks be in one singular world, and I do enjoy some of the P-Switch missions, but like I said, the novelty wears off. After a while, it just isn't really fun anymore. I started getting bored and I just didn't want to play free roam anymore. There is so much more that they could have done with this mode. Tell some sort of story. Give me some boss fights. You can't just throw some missions in the world and just call it a day. That's lazy. And the reward you get for engaging with these missions? Stickers. Like cool stickers, but just stickers. There's a lot more that I could say, but at this point, I think you get the point. Mario Kart World suffers from many issues, and those issues can definitely be fixed. And Nintendo actually has gone out of their way to fix those issues, but also at the same time, not really. Well, you made it to the end of the video. I appreciate that. Mario Kart World is a game that I just like, and I wish I didn't just have to like this game. I wish I could praise it to the heavens. Unfortunately, though, the negatives outweigh the positives of Mario Kart World, and I feel that this game should have spent far more time in development. It just wasn't ready. Nintendo had 8 years to develop Mario Kart World, and yet it feels like it was developed for 5 years, maybe even 4. And I don't really know what is to come next with Mario Kart World. The game might be dead. I don't know if this game is going to get DLC. I just don't know what is coming next. And I don't want to see this game die. Mario Kart World has the potential to be the biggest Mario Kart in the series, and to some extent it is. And now, here we are in the dark. I wish I could say that this game was worth the $80 price tag. It is not. It's more of a $50 game, and I don't know why Nintendo would say that it would be worth the price point. It's not. So, there's not much more I could say about it. Mario Kart World is a game that I like, but I wish I could love it. Unfortunately, I do not. So, thanks for joining me on this journey. I'm glad I finally got this video out. I'll see you guys next time, and bye.
Tired from the constant carry on, shouting that I can't